So we got a 1992 Econoline van, which is OBD-I, and the vehicle will not start unless you give it extra fuel in the throttle body. I had to spray some brake cleaner in the throttle bore to get it to fire up. It's acting like the coolant temp sensor is reading warmer than it is, but I can see that the coolant temp sensor has been replaced. Now this is OBD-I, and I'm not sure if this supports a data stream or not. It's been a while since I worked on one of these. But this is a self-test connector and the self-test input connector here. Given that all these terminals are populated, I think this might support a data list, so we're going to see if we can drag out the old OBD-I adapters. The check engine light is on, and it appears to be overfueling when it's running, because customers said it was blowing black smoke on the way here to the shop as they drove it here. But I had a hell of a time getting it running and to bring it in the shop today. So this is what's required to use the OBD-I adapter. So the Ford 1B connected to this self-test connector and the self-test input connector. You need power from the battery, and this other adapter, the DA5 adapter, to go from the 12-pin cable to the 16-pin cable. And we're going to try it with the snap-on scan tool after we ID it. So this thing is too old to support auto ID, so we're going to do a VIN entry here and then enter the VIN number. 1FDEE 14N XN HA 19209. Should decode that, I think. No, it's not going to. Ford. Well, we've got manual ID because it's not going to support it. 92 Econoline van with a 5-liter. And I'm going to go turn the key on. Well, let's see if it supports a data list. It's an automatic transmission with air conditioning. Yeah, I've got it already connected, otherwise we wouldn't be this far. Codes menu, data display, says it displays data. Let's try for codes. Key on engine off, self-test. Let's try that. Continue. Continue. Check engine light was on when I drove it in. Well, that was useful. No codes. Well, let's have a look at the data list. This means that whatever is setting the code is not currently out of range. Okay, I'm going to pause this for a sec. I'm trying to do a running self-test, and it appears that it doesn't want to start the test. I should have turned the AC off. I'm supposed to snap the throttle here. Well, that's not working either. So we're going to see if we can read data out of this thing. Key on, engine off. Can't get data out of it while it was running. Tried running self-test and it wouldn't communicate. It should support data because it has the electronically controlled overdrive transmission. I think 92 was the first year for it, actually. But it's not communicating, so I'm starting to lean towards a failed PCM. I think it's in backup fuel mode by the way it's running. It's rolling coal before it's fashionable. Okay, we're going to give up on here. So here's another strange thing with the key on, engine not running. Check engine light is on, of course. And the fuel pump is running continuously. Only time I've seen the fuel pump running continuously is when an ECM has gone south. So I'm starting to lean that way. So here's the computer out of this thing. F2TF12A650YB, and it's up beside the brake booster under the dash there. And I have a previously enjoyed one here that is relatively close. So I'm going to try this one just to see. I know it's not the right transmission, it's for a 460 V8, but I'm going to see if it at least will communicate. So it's going to be pretty hard to hear over the chime and everything, but check engine light comes on, pump runs, fuel pump runs for about 1 second prime. Let's see if we got communication with this one. So we'll try codes menu, key on engine off, self-test. Cycle the key, do not start. No, I hear it going through its self-test. That was quick, no codes. System pass. Now this came out of a 91, so the 91 I'm sure did not support data, so I don't think we're going to get data out of this thing. No, we're not. Because it's in 1991 it had a mechanical transmission that did not support engine data. But at least we got codes out of it. We'll see if it starts. So originally I had disconnected the distributor just to eliminate the possibility that I was getting a false reference signal to the ECM, and that's why it was running the fuel pump. But I forgot to plug it back in. I went to start the vehicle. Of course, the check engine light came on, but while cranking, the check engine light remained on, and that's a dead giveaway with a Ford. If there's a check engine light does not go out during cranking, it's not getting a reference. So here it is with the distributor plugged in, and it runs. Now I'm sure the transmission is not going to work properly, but we're going to see if we can find a used ECM.